Hello, my name is Andrew Hodgson and welcome to my YouTube channel where in 10 minutes or less, we talk about life, faith, and what it means to be a follower of Jesus today. Today, I'm sharing 31 lessons I've learned in 31 years. A few days ago, I turned 31. You know when you're in high school and you meet somebody in their 20s and you kind of think to yourself, man, I can't imagine what life's gonna be when I get there. It kind of seems a little old. Well, not only did I think that about people in their 20s when I was in high school, I thought that about people in their 30s when I was in my 20s. And now I'm in my 30s thinking to myself, man, like that happened fast. Like seriously? It feels a little weird, to be honest. It feels like I've entered into some new territory. Anyway, the whole turning 31 thing got me a little bit nostalgic, and I started to think about all the things I've learned in the first 30 years of my life. I've learned a lot in this time, some of it really valuable, some of it not so much. But I thought that I'd compile a list in no particular order of 31 things I've learned by age 31. Number 1, everyone has a story. Number 2, mistakes and failures really are one of the best ways to learn, but it doesn't make them any easier. Number 3, honor isn't something that we just give to somebody else. It's actually something that we need to give to ourselves as well. Number 4, God really loves us. Like not a lame love, but like a passionate love. And because he's passionate about us, I have no problem being passionate about him. Number 5, sometimes you have to restart the wireless router for no good reason. Just be cool with that. Number 6, work can be awesome or it can suck. It's all a matter of perspective. Number 7, God really does use your kids to teach you lessons that you probably wouldn't have learned otherwise. Number 8, sometimes reading a children's Bible story can really mess you up and challenge you. Seriously though. Number 9, worship. It's why I was born. Probably in another video, I will explain and kind of dive into that, the topic of worship, but it's why I was put on planet Earth, to worship God. Number 10, a good wife doesn't always agree with everything you say. In fact, sometimes she will say things that make me want to dig a hole and hide until I realize that she was right. Number 11, write things down. I discovered that I am an external processor, and so writing out thoughts and ideas actually helps me to explore them in ways that I may not have otherwise done. Number 12, be you. Never try to be someone or something else, something that you think you need to be. First of all, it's exhausting. And second, God created you for a reason and with a purpose. So don't waste your life trying to be something or someone else. Number 13, rest. You can't do what you've been called to do without it, and you can also be a jerk without it. Number 14, learn from those who have gone before you. Why make unnecessary problems and create issues that could otherwise have been avoided? Learn from others' successes and failures. Number 15, grabbing a coffee with somebody for 60 minutes can do way more than 20 sermons ever could. Number 16, my personal threshold for trusting God is constantly growing and being challenged. Number 17, some people aren't used to being encouraged. So keep encouraging and believing in those people until they start believing what you're telling them. Number 18, the 2 most powerful things that you can believe are what God says about himself and what God says about you. Number 19, talking through problems and pain with a close friend is way more liberating than you know. Number 20, procrastination is a slow way to kill dreams. Number 21, the most valuable resource you have are the people around you. Number 22, there is always an old woman somewhere watching from a window, and she will call the fire department. Number 23, it's impossible to pray and have nothing happen. Number 24, the devil isn't concerned about us finding out our spiritual gifts, but he's terrified of us finding out our identity. Number 25, Parenting is the hardest and yet the most rewarding job in the world. Number 26, I am a terrible long distance friend. John Morrison, Matthew Holdsworth, Graham Funk, Luke Bennington, I'm real sorry about that one. Number 27, there is a difference between feedback and criticism. Number 28, buying a cheaper version now might mean that you have to buy a more expensive version later. Number 29, I like learning, but I've discovered that I'm a self-directed learner, which explains why I've never liked school. Number 30, people are hungry for God. I grew up in a Christian home and I thought for the longest time that if I was talking to somebody who didn't know Jesus about Jesus, that I was being annoying or I was an inconvenience. But I've discovered that people really are hungry for God. They just want to know if He's real. And number 31, you don't have to be amazing at everything. In fact, you can't even do everything. So get people around you who make up for your shortcomings. Well, there you have it. 31 lessons at age 31. What do you guys think? Can you relate? What would you have put in that list? I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. And if you haven't already, I'd be stoked if you hit that like button. And if this is the kind of content that you like and you want to see more of, hit the subscribe button with the little bell next to it so that you stay notified every time there's a new video. See ya!